Hey fellas, what is going on? It is Shit Kicker here. Today, boys, I have some exciting news for you. Some Ashes cricket gameplay has been released by IGN. They played the game today. They just released some footage. It looks absolutely amazing, and we'll run you through it. So, at the start here, they're just going through a few of the face scans. You had Paddy Cummins at the start, an English player there, Peter Neville just there, and it's really cool to see the game in action. This is the first HD footage of the game thus far, and I got to say, I'm very, very impressed, and we'll get into it soon. They're just going through these players at the moment, as you can do on the start screen, and as we enter the game, this is the start of the game. This is what it'll look like when you come in to bat. The lineups will pop up. One thing I will say is the HUD. Just watching this video, the HUD looks very, very, very good, and I will link this video in the description as well. It's definitely worth a watch. It's 30 minutes long. It looks good. We've got the toss of the coin here. Steve Smith and I think it's Owen Morgan. So, see, England win the toss there, choose to bat, and yeah, it's just really good. One thing the IGN guys said, they said the crowd looks and sounds really good, and you can see here the stadium just looks absolutely awesome. England coming out, and you see Australia sort of coming out there as well. Matthew Wade as well was coming out there, but just practicing their shots. So really good attention to detail in this game. The gameplay, it looks really smooth. We see Mitchell Stark running in, about to bowl here, and we see the HUD. So there's some different controls in Ashes cricket compared to DBC. We've got buttons, and the bowling is fairly similar, but you use the buttons instead of flicking the sticks, and the catch, the quick reflex catch animation and control is back as well, which is pretty cool. So we're just running through some gameplay here. Yeah, that's an edge and appeal. And what comes up after this is the challenge decision. So a little bit of a different HUD for the challenges this year. One thing I really like is the extra little tapping the bat on the ground, the extra cutscenes, and how good does that Yorker look? You can see the batsman in the background, Alex Hale, showing some emotion, and as he walks up, he looks visibly disappointed. The crowd is going off behind him. Just looks really good. Even Wade with the fist pump there at the end, and you look at the SCG, a really good look at the SCG as well. It just looks a little bit refined compared to the DBC game. It looks a little bit nicer, I think. And everything just looks nicer. And again, typical Stark Yorker. You got the reflex catch again coming up there. But see the umpire signal this out. So that's what the signals are going to look like. That celebration there, it's the same one that is in DBC. So I don't think there's too much variation in the celebrations. But what there is variation in is the bowling. There's different bowling animations and everything, so that's pretty cool. And you see Cummins get a wicket there with an absolute peach of a ball to Owen Morgan, and as they walk off, as I said before, the emotion in this game looks very good. That one coming back to the keeper, and also the player likenesses. I mean, we've touched on this before, but you saw Cummins just there. The player likenesses are absolutely insane in game and on those HD screenshots that were in my other video. As you see Ross Simons doing the little seagull maneuver there, as they described in the video. That was fairly funny. Usman Khawaja in the little left-hand side. Another nice little detail. I'll just zoom in on it here. It's just nice. He's just warming up in the background. That'd be cool if the bowlers did that as well, just at mid-off. And that's a nice little look at the 6 animation. I mean, it does look like it comes fairly powerfully off the bat, which is the only thing I'll say about that. But it looks fairly cool. 109 meters as well. Barely swung at it, but I suppose it does emulate the pair of the bats these days. They're very powerful, and that's a 6 again. That looks like a top edge. One thing I will say, this isn't the finished product yet. I mean, there's still 2.5 weeks until it gets released. There'll be a day one patch, so is still a few little bugs in the game thus far. That's a little look at the fielding, and one thing I will say, the fielding looks vastly improved. Like when it's thrown into the keeper, when the keeper takes the bails, it looks just really smooth, and the animations are vastly improved as well. So we see Nathan Coulter-Niles, so this would be the T20 or one-day side. That is another beautiful Yorker. Really like how the swing looks, and the fast bowling looks very nice as well. And that was just their England innings as they walk off the ground. You see Australia also streaming off the ground, the umpires together, as it would be. Maybe the Australians could walk off with this as a bit of a team, but there's what... again, how the scorecard looks, a little bit different. You see it shows the, if you're a batter, wicketkeeper, little icon there to show that. But all this stuff is pretty similar to DBC. You see Warner's grabbing his neck and stuff. There's a few different animations, and this is what I really like. The bowler just practicing before he has his first ball, and it's just really nice to see little animations. I'll just tell you what, I'm so keen for this game. It looks absolutely amazing, and this gives you a little look at the batting. I mean, that's probably a little sort of buggy type thing that's still in the game. When Aaron Finch went for the switch hit, it sort of flicked over very quickly, but I'm sure that sort of stuff will be fixed. But that just shows that the switch hit is in the game. This little one's pretty cool, I think. This is the third umpire, the run-out decision. We didn't see too many of these in DBC. I mean, hopefully it's a little bit more prevalent for the closer calls, but as you'll see, the batsman's bat is just in the air, so that's why he's been given out, as you'll see in a moment. But that's a lot better. Trevor said it was. Yeah, and then this is Glenn Maxwell coming out. So Glenn Maxwell and Stephen Smith, the two mocap players, I'll just show you a bit of their batting right now, because they're the ones that have been mocapped, and they look a lot nicer. And I'll show you some of the shots. Like, compared to the other players, it just looks so nice. You can instantly recognise it's Smith and Maxwell. That's Steve Smith just playing a lofted cover drive there. But I'll show you, there's a shot that Steve Smith plays later in this that looks absolutely insane. Yeah, and that's a nice little sort of unorthodox looking pull shot from Maxwell. That it's the sort of shot that he would play. And this is Adil Rashid, so this is a little look at the spin in the game, Adil Rashid. And I know there is a fair few bowling techniques for the spinners. I don't know if they were mocapped or not, but yeah, and as you said, with that little covered drive, it just looks so much like Steve Smith. The bend of the knee, and then the play, and that's a look at his pull shot, exactly how it looks. And this is the one I really like. That cover drive, it's just textbook Steve Smith. The bend of the knees, the drop of the head over ball, and cover drive for 4. That looked beautiful. The other thing is, in the IGN video, there wasn't any commentary really. There was just commentary playing in the background and sound playing in the background. So what I've done is record the commentary snippets they did play and show them to you guys. Again, if you want to watch the full IGN 30-minute video, click the link in the description and you can watch the full thing. The commentators have been confirmed to be Mel Jones, Michael Slater and James Taylor.
Superbly, and it goes for 4.
That's good though. Oh, you can hear the Barmy Army chanting. What happened there?
Oh, not able to connect.
It was going down
that
that
could
side.
easily have hit the stumps. From the north end.
Watch.
But one that could be defended. We're in for an exciting finish.
Run.
He's beaten all ends up by that.
So as you can hear, boys, the commentary sounds all right. I mean, the commentary, I don't think the commentary is going to be amazing in this game, but that is literally the only downside I can see in this game so far. What's really cool, like as they were talking about the crowd, what's really cool, the Barmy Army chants. How cool is that? How good is that? That is awesome. And also, they didn't show it in this video, but there will be a nice Gary feature when Nathan Lyon pulls to Matthew Wade, so that's going to be very good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, leave a like, leave a subscribe. I'll link IGN's video down in the description. I'll also link Twisty's video down in the description because he had a nice video at PAX Oz. He goes through it and analyzes it as of his playing, so that's a really good watch. But anyway, boys, shit kicker out.